Today we're going to be talking about support and resistance. What is it? How can we use this to enter? How can we use this to our benefit? And how can we determine the trends? And I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how I use this so that how we can make money on boom and crash. It even works on every pair, the volatility indices, even the currencies too. But I mainly use it on boom and crash. I'm just telling you from my preference, from my own trading history and my own trading style. Right. So if you want to know the secret, then stay tuned and watch till the end of this video so that you can benefit everything that I know about support and resistance. So if you're a beginner, you're in luck, because it took me a while to understand these concepts, because I was always chasing indicators, not knowing that simple price action also works, right? So what is support and resistance, right? So I'm just going to be describing this give you a simple definition of support and resistance, right? So support and resistance, let's start by a support, right? So a support, when you're supporting something, you are lifting it up, right? So this is in a support area. And on a resistance, right, this is a resistance, right? So when the market is going up, right, when you are resisting something, you are sort of like pushing it down, right? And when you are supporting something, you are lifting you're lifting it up, right? So that's so like the basic concepts of support and resistance, right? So what is a support? How can you mark a support? How do you know a support, right? So the concept of support and the resistance, it all depends on the current market price, right? So let's take this for example over here. We're going down over here, right? We're going down, right? And the moment we reach this section over here, right, as you can see over here, we had somewhat reaction of price over here. Price rejected this area over here and spiked up a little bit, right? So this is a support area. Why? Because somewhere over here there is an area where the market rejected to just pass, but it respected it, gave it what it says. It noticed that area, right? So it shows us that there's a support area over here. So what do? You mark this area again over here, right? Market goes up a little bit, comes back down, right? As you can see, it just gives us a little fake out and then breaks up again, right? So it shows that this area over here is a strong support area, right? So what do we do over here, right? So you have to mark this area as a support, right? And also over here the opposite is true for a resistance, right? So as you can see over here, this area is a resistance, this area is a resistance. Why do I say that? Price rejected over here, right, and went up, but it refused to continue going up because there was a resistance over here. There's a resistance over here, so the market couldn't break past this level. So this gives us an idea that maybe there's something over here that's causing price to react, right? So that's like what it is on support and resistance. So you just have to mark your support and resistance. You just need one level. This can be a level that you can mark. This is a level that you can mark. This is a level that you can mark, right? So support and resistance, they can be broken, right? Like over here, right? So when a support is broken, right, I'm going to be showing you what we do, how we can use this to our advantage. Personally, I even like the breakout of support and resistance more than this respect share than support and resistance that is respected, right? So over here, as you can see, this is a resistance zone, right? As you can see, the market over here, we've got a resistance, right? Market pushed up, right? There's a resistance over here. So as you can see, on support and resistance levels, there is so like a resistance of market to pass that price point, to pass that area, right? So that is support and resistance. So where can you use support and resistance, right? So in this case over here, we used resistance, right? Resistance in this case to create a reversal pattern over here, right? So to me, this is something that I would like to call an ugly M, right? This is an ugly M formation over here, right? It's a 2-2 formation, right? 2-2. I think there are some who might know this, but so like we've got two legs to this side and two legs to this side, right? So this is an M and this is an M over here. Let me draw this more clearly, right? So this is like an M over here, right? And then we've got another M over here. So there's 2-2, right? There's two M's and two M's over here, right? Forming one big M, right? So this is a resistance area that is tested price, right? And price rejected off that point, right? So you could have entered your sell trades over here, right? If you want to enter a reversal or trade, you have to check where the resistance is so that you'll be able to look for those areas. But why don't I like these types of setups? Because the market does fake outs a lot of times, right? So you can think that the market is respecting that area, and then the next moment you look, boom, the market has broken past that area. So I don't really like entering this type of setup. Why? Because there are many fake outs. You never know when the price is going to respect that area, right? So let's take this for example over here, right? This region over here, right? As you can see over here, right? So over here, as you can see, the market was sort of like respecting this area, right? So you might think that when the market, it might give us so like what, a head and shoulder, right? And then it continues what? It continues going up. But guess what? The market chose to break past that area. And then you can see over here, it's giving us what? Some sort of W again, but it broke past that area. So you never know exactly the point when the market will reverse. That's why I don't like this type of setup. So let me show you the type of setup that I like on support and resistance, right? So on support and resistance, what I personally like is what I call a zone flip, right? Or a flip zone, whatever it is that you call it, right? But what is a flip zone or a zone flip, right? So this is what a broken support or a broken resistance, right? So in this case over here, as we can see, this is what is a support area. Why? Because market was going down, and when it reached this area over here, it rejected and went out and went up, right? And over here, right, this is a what, continuation there, right? And then over here, this is now what, a resistance over here, right? So that we are on the same page, this is a resistance, right? And remember, when you're treating support and resistance, don't think of it as a simple line or a single line, but treat it as a zone, right? So over here, right, this is what I like to look at, this breakout of this support over here, continuing with the trend. I like trades that continue with the trend, right? So over here, what we're going to be looking for is a pullback to this area over here, and then I'm going to be looking for my candlestick confirmation over here, and then we continue going down. That's what I like to look for. That's so like the best setup that you can find on boom and crash. You can also use this alongside with the confluence of the EMA. I've shared a video on the EMA, how you can use the EMA and the TDI in order to trade. If you want to check that out, I think I'll leave a link in the description or but you can just go to my channel and you can check the video that says how to trade moving averages and the TDI. You'll be able to get these snipers, right? So over here, as you can see over here, let me check this for example, right? So over here, we've got what? Over here, right, we've got a break in market structure, right? A pullback to this area. As you can see, we've got a support level over here and the support level over here, right? So on this case over here, in this example, right, a broken support, this is a support area, and a broken support acts as a resistance, and the opposite is also true, right? Because a broken resistance also acts as as a support, right? So this is a resistance area over here, and if it's get broken, the market pulls back to this area. It's now acting as a support, right? So these are the areas that I like to mark. These are the areas that I like to highlight, right? So that I will be able to take my trades, right? And I also stretch this area quite larger, right? So that I can mark my order blocks also. But that's a topic for another day. If you want to learn more about order blocks, just some simple order block formats and all that, just tell me in the comment section and I'll create a video on that, right? So over here, let's say this is the case over here, right? So right over here, what are we going to be doing? Let me reduce the size of this a little bit because it's smaller, right? So this over here, we've got what? A move down, right? A pullback. We've got a support area over here, right? And when we break past this area, we've got a small pullback to that area again. So over here, that's when we take our selling opportunities, our sell trades, right? We've got a breakout, right? Pullback, right? This pullback now test this resistance over here. It's not a zone flip, but it's an order block. So if you want to learn more about order blocks, hit me up in the comment section down below and I'll create a video on that. I don't want to waste my time creating videos on things that you are interested in, right? And then over here, we've got a breakout and a pullback, right? This is the zone flip area over here, right? So we've got another entry over here. So if you wait for zone flips alone, I can promise you that you will be profitable. If you have a set of rules that you follow, you will be very profitable. So you can use this either to trade spikes, trade ticks, trade volatility indices to trade anything, guys, literally anything, right? So over here, come back to this resistance zone. After this one, breaking market structure, this resistance area was broken, so the market is now acting as what? As a support. We get a W of that area and we go what? We go up, right? So that's what I like to look for in what? On support and resistance. So it's quite simple. Just try it out on demo first before you go live with it, because yeah, every strategy has its pros and cons. You have to see if it works for you, right? So that's it for this video. If you like it, if you like the content that I shared, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so that you'll get notified whenever I post new content, because I want to make 2025 a better year for all of us, and I'm going to be showing you some of my trades also, right? So remember, between where you are and where you want to be is you, right? You are the bridge between where you want to be and where you currently are, between you and your dreams. So you have to work through and always put in the work, right? So that's it. Peace.